有主持人才可以进线哈达哦，请大家要记得啊，你们线哈达的时候呢，要出示你们的主席卡，谢谢。
Hey, check 1 2 1 2 1 2。呀，请讲。好。
阿弥陀佛，请大家记得将您的手机调为震动或者关机。 请所有的主旗者在进线哈达的时候，请出示您的主旗卡。如果没有主旗卡的同门呢，是不可以进线哈达的。谢谢。在护摩殿还没有找到座位的同门，你们可以到彩虹山庄大殿那边，那边也有荧幕直播。谢谢。 礼拜，礼拜根本传承上师及十方三世一切。
Please face the altar and pay homage to the Lord Guru and the three jewels of the altar.
200
Second, to all bodhisattvas. Visualize for prostration on the ground. Release the mudra. Third, to all herukas and dharma protectors. Visualize for prostration on the ground. Release the mudra. Fourth head bow. Now we are inviting the primary supplicant for this homa to come forward and present the offering of hatha to the lineage Lord Guru as a symbol of the highest honor.
热烈的掌声，感谢师尊的赐福。
Let's now applaud to show our utmost gratitude for the blessings by our lineage root Guru.
恭请圣尊加持三位佛
And with reference, we're inviting His Holiness to bless the offering items. Now we are inviting His Holiness to take the Homa throne.
“恭请圣尊加持主旗者报名表格。首先，让我们以最热烈的掌声，感恩根本传承上师圣尊莲生活佛为我们主坛高王观世音菩萨护摩大法会。
In this pause, to thank you Guru's blessing conducting the ceremony.
助教贵宾同门善气大德前来护持法会。高王观世音菩萨护摩法会开始，开展禅师。
Beginning of the practice.
观想生活中所遇到，南无大日如来，南无佛念佛父，南无阿弥陀佛，南无莲花童子，南无莲生活佛。观想师尊与诸佛菩萨注定放光加持，持上师心咒7遍。Om Guru Lien
Recite Guru Mantra 7 times.
Om Guru Lien Siddhi Hom. Om Guru Lien Siddhi Hom.
He said purification mantras and the deity mantra.
修理修修理手哈，Om 修多利修多利修摩利修摩利手哈，Om 瓦哲拉当呵呵吽，南无萨曼多摩德兰，Om 多罗多罗得为手哈。连招请坐，Om 啊吽
mantra.
Om 啊吽手哈，Om 啊吽手哈，众弟子一心。
We sincerely invoke our lineage root guru, the white Mahapadma Kumara, His Holiness Living Buddha Lianshan. Our lineage root guru, the white Mahapadma Kumara, His Holiness Living Buddha Lianshan. Our lineage root guru, the white Mahapadma Kumara, His Holiness Living Buddha Lianshan. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa, Namo Hai King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. The main deity of Homa, Namo Hai King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa, Namo Hai King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. We sincerely invoke Namo Yamantaka Akala, the four heavenly kings, Golden Mother of the primordial Jetron, Sama Bodhisattva, Rainbow temples, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakanis, and divinities. All the deities enshrined at the Tantric Quarter, at the Seattle Temple, at the abode at the Southern Mountain, and at the True Buddha Seattle chapter. Rainbow temples, mountain god, earth god, plant god, wind god, water god, heavenly fire god, and dragon gods, and all divinities as well as the city god to please descend and bless this Homa. Great Home is using visualization. First to root guru and all Buddhas, visualize full procession on the ground, release the mudra. Second to all Bodhisattvas, visualize full procession on the ground, release the mudra. Third to all Hedukas and Dhamma protectors, visualize full procession on the ground, release the mudra. Fourth half bow. Great mandala offering. Visualize the transformations of the offerings to become innumerable to fill the whole space. Make the offering above to the lineage root guru, all the lineage gurus, the main deity of Homa, Hai King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakanis, and divinities, in the middle to all heavenly beings and below to all sentient beings. Mount Meru, four continents, and sun and moon transform into precious offerings for the Buddhas. May these wondrous merits and treasures purge our karma to all of our civilization. For full refuge, visualize our lineage root guru, all the lineage gurus, the Buddha jewel, Dhamma jewel, and Sangha jewel to form bright white light to empower us. He said the mantra. Namo Guru Pe Namo Buddhaye Namo Dhammaye Namo Sanghaye. Armor protection. Form Vajraklapsa mudra. Recite Vajrapani mantra 7 times. Om Bodhi Lanjali, 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 Om Bodhi Lanjali. Inviting His Holiness to perform blessings with mala.
加持报名表格及贡品。
Inviting His Holiness to set simultaneation and to bless all the registration forms and the offerings. Inviting His Holiness to perform the ritual of opening the fire pit and set simultaneation around it. Inviting His Holiness to lit the Homa fire, to make all the offerings, to perform mudra transformations for purification, magnetization, enrichment, subjugation, and part to deliverance. The assembly will be reciting the heart mantra of the main deity of Homa today, High King Kuan Yin Sutra. Recite that mantras of the principal deities and incarnate Buddha without fail. Merit dedication. May all uphold the Buddha, ascend to the realm of utmost bliss, reaping fourfold generosities from above, aiding those in the three realms below. Upon seeing the Buddha, may we transcend life and death. Like the Buddha, may we liberate all. We dedicate the merit of this ceremony to our lineage root Guru. May you stay healthy, live a long life, continually turn the Dharma wheel in the Sahavu. Inviting His Holiness to perform the overall merit dedication. Wholeheartedly, we pay homage toward the highly esteemed High King Guan Yin Bodhisattva. Wholeheartedly, we pay homage to the 7 Buddhas. Wholeheartedly, we pay homage to the 7 past Buddhas. Wholeheartedly, we pay homage to all the Tathagatas, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions of all realms. Wholeheartedly, we pay homage to the future Buddhas. Wholeheartedly, we pay homage to all the Buddhas of the 3 times in the 10 directions and all Bodhisattvas and Mahasattvas. Wholeheartedly pay homage to the 3 heavenly wheels. Please guide the Bardo spirits that they can rise to be reborn into the Buddha land. Please guide the Bardo spirits to be able to abandon the ocean of sufferings. Please guide the Bardo spirits that they can purify and have fruition. We pray to the High King Guan Yin Sutra to eradicate all the bad karma. We pray to the High King Guan Yin Bodhisattva to bless all of us so that we can increase our prosperity. We pray to the High King Guan Yin Bodhisattva to increase our good karma and our virtuous karma. May all participants can leave behind sufferings and gain happiness.
请加持所有的病业
And please bless us so that all illnesses can be alleviated with the proper medicine.
请加持
We pray
每一个人修行
that
能够
the spiritual cultivation of each individual can have increased radiance and live in harmony.
让果位增长佛果
May we improve our fruition to increase the radiance of the Buddha land.
以你的誓愿
By your vows,
能灭生死苦
let us transcend the suffering of life and death and to eliminate all harms and poisons.
一切毒害消亡
That all harms and injuries vanish
善业
and all the fruitions increase, the good karma increase,
一切
and our resources
界能够
would
满
increase and all of our needs be fulfilled. 一心敬礼 Wholeheartedly we pay homage to the High King Kuan Yin
大
Bodhisattva,
王观世音菩萨
High King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, and to the High King Kuan Yin Sutra. By reciting 1,000 times, all retributions be eradicated. We pay homage to High King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva and we pray to the Bodhisattva to please bless all participants so that all prayers be granted in perfection. To the gods of the heavens, gods of the earth, may we be far from all calamities, may all calamities abandon us, let all disasters turn into dust. We said 100 syllable mantra 3 times.
มาลุปานายาเปจสะโตเตรูปาดิชาเจจเมปาวาสุตโตคายุเมปาวาสุโภคายุเมปาวาอนุรัตโตเมปาวาชาวาหสิติเมปรายาชาสาวากามาสุตเมจิตามุสินิรันกุโรหบฮ่าฮ่าฮ่าฮ่าเฮปังกาวันสาวาตาทกตาเปจามามีมัญชาเปจปาวามหาสมายาสัตโตอาหุมเพอมเปจสัตโตสัมมายามาลุปานายาเปจสัตโตเตรูปาดิชาเจโจเมปาวาสุตโตคายุเมปาวาสุโภคายุเมปาวาอนุรัตโตเมปาวาชาวาหสิติเมปรายาชา สาวากามาสุจเมจิตามุสินิรันกุรุหมพะฮะฮะฮะเฮปังคาวันสาวาตถาคตาเปจามามิมัญชาเปจปาวามหาสัมมายาสัตโตอาหุมเพอมเปจสัตโตสัมมายามารุปานายาเปจสัตโตเตรุปาริชาเจโจเมปาวาสุตโตคายโยเมปาวาสุโภคายโยเมปาวาอนุรักโตเมปาวาสาวาสิติเมปุรายชาสาวากามาสุจเมจิตาโมสินิรันกุรุหมอะฮะฮะฮะเฮปังกาวันสาวาตถาคตาเปจามามิมัญชาเปจปาวามหาสัมมายาสัตโตอาหุมเพ做观想大礼拜100
Great homage using visualization for Sudut Guru and all Buddhas.
观想
Visualize for procession on the ground, release the mudra. Second, to all bodhisattvas.
观想
Visualize for procession on the ground, release the mudra. Third, to all Hedukas and Dharma protectors.
观想
Visualize for procession on the ground, release the mudra. Fourth, head bow.
练圆满
Reset completion mantra.
唵嘛呢唵嘛呢唵嘛呢呗咪吽，请大家起立，恭敬合掌。
Now, please all stand up
圣尊生法
and together
王座。
let's join our palms and be inviting His Holiness to take the Dharma teaching seat. Let's applaud to show our utmost gratitude to His Holiness for presiding over this precious Homa by offering ceremony. Now let's join our palms and together let's invite His Holiness to bestow the precious Dharma teaching.
我们首先敬
First, let's pay homage to the Venerable Mang Liao Ming,
敬大家
homage to Master Sakya Zhengkong,
敬16世大宝华
homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa,
敬图登达尔比
and homage to Master Tupten Tarshi,
敬坛城三宝
homage to the three jewels of the
跟
altar,
附魔的祖尊
and homage to the main deity of Homa today, the High King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, the High King Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva.
丹增上座
Simu Tanzhen Chiazo Rinpoche,
各位上师教授师
all Dharma masters, Dharma educators,
助教
Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, all disciples present here and over the internet,
贵宾
and our participating VIPs today are
主料中州大夫人
the Madam to Ambassador Daniel Liao, the Taipei rep to Sweden, Dharma Sister Judy,
中委会是格丽莎师姐和哈夫
the accountant to the school, Dharma Sister Teresa,
这一届是台北的
producers for the Canadian Sangshinten from CTI TV Taiwan, Dharma Sister Rebecca Xiaqi, Dr. Zhou Heng,
庄敬耀医师坑义
Dr. Ryan Zhuang and Mrs. Zhuang,
施连林上师家人
and the family of Master Lian Ning,
黑衣雅乐合唱团陈延如师
and a member of the Voices from Heaven Choir Group,
台北
Dharma
市
Sister
议员
Erica
接
Chen,
梅沙代表谢慧玲
and the rep to the Council of Taipei, Miss Hui Ling, and the daughter of the former council of Kaohsiung, Dharma Sister Wu Meixian, and the head of the chapter in Sweden, Dharma Sister Liu, and Dr. Liu Jie from Sweden, and Dr. Luo from Sweden. Members from the Sunny Lanterns group, Dharma Sister Lin Yixuan, and Dr. Gao. Good afternoon, everybody. How do you do? Next Sunday is the annual Sea Fair in Seattle. It was called Sea Fair before, now we call it the Dragon Festival. And it's written here to invite Grandmaster and Simu to go to the True Buddha Seattle chapter. Today is the Hiking Guan Yin Bodhisattva's home. I personally felt that the home at this time is extremely superior. So how many Guan Yin Bodhisattvas came today? It was countless, impossible to count, innumerable. At first, I had the vision of the hiking Guan Yin Bodhisattva. And then, following her were the three heavenly goddesses, which is the three goddesses who can provide spiritual consultation. And then I saw the 7 Buddhas in the sky. And of the 7 Buddhas, one of them is Sakyamuni Buddha, the founder of Buddhism on earth. And all the Buddhas of the past, all the Buddhas of the present, and all the Buddhas of the future, and all the Bodhisattvas of the past, of the present, and of the future, and all their retinues descended. So all Buddhas of the 3 times in 10 directions, all of them descended. It's real and true. It's very real. And then there are innumerable protectors and other divine beings. So the 7 past Buddhas are the Vipassin, Shikin, Visvabu, Krakuchandra, Kanakamuni, Kashyapa, and Sakyamuni. They all descended. So the 7 past Buddhas. And then the Dharma Prince of the 7 Buddhas too descended. And the mudra for Hiking Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, it's the internal turning of the Dharma wheel mudra, and the external turning, the Dharma wheel mudra. These are the 2 mudras, this or this. These are the mudras of Hiking Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. And she's truly beautiful, as you can see. Very dignified. The one that I saw, the celestial garments have mantras on it. All the important mantras are on her garment. This statue is in color. Very beautiful. And her mantra is the mantra of the 7 Buddhas. And she's wearing the crown of 7 Buddhas, and the face like a moon. And her hand forms the Dharma teaching mudra, and the left hand forms the mudra of equality. She's wearing a multi-layered celestial garment with 7 Buddha mantra on it. As I said, the important mantras of the 7 Buddhas are on her outfit. And she wears all kinds of ornaments, necklaces, earrings, bracelets, anklets. And she is on a rainbow-colored lotus, and on her back there are 5 gold sacred syllables, and her entire body emits a bright, brilliant light throughout, shining throughout all the worlds. So Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra has a great origin, and the Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra also has a great origin. It mentioned about all the Buddha's name, including the countless Buddhas. It's impossible to count all the Buddhas, the innumerable Buddhas. Just the trillions bodhisattvas of the clear, cool mountain, that's already uncountable, like all the Buddhas. And also the billions of clear, cool. And then all the past Buddhas, which is Tingguang Buddha, that's the same as Dipamkara. That's earlier than Sakyamuni Buddha. At that time, Sakyamuni Buddha was only the Sanhui youth. And Dipamkara is the Buddha of the past. And the present Buddha is Sakyamuni Buddha. And the future Buddha is Maitreya Buddha. So it includes all the Buddhas of the 3 times. And also all the Bodhisattvas are included in the Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra. It includes all Buddha's epithets. And the incredible one, of the 4 Kuan Yin Bodhisattvas, the Great Wisdom Kuan Yin, the Observant Kuan Yin, the Noble Kuan Yin, the Expansively Minded Kuan Yin. And then there are the rarely found Bodhisattvas, which is the Medicine King Bodhisattva and the Supreme Medicine Bodhisattva. So as soon as you hear the name of the Medicine King Bodhisattva and Supreme Medicine Bodhisattva, just by hearing their names, they can extend our lifespan. And I didn't say this. This is written in the sutras. Anyone hearing the name of the Medicine King Bodhisattva and Supreme Medicine Bodhisattva, he or she can extend their lifespans. So Hai King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva has countless merits. We often say, by completing 1,000 recitations, all the heavy karma or heavy sins can be eradicated. Because the mantra that we recite is the karma eradication mantra of the 7 Buddhas. So it's written in there, by completing 1,000 recitations of the sutra, you can eradicate all the heavy karma. So the Hai King Kuan Yin Sutra. You should recite it. Some people are in the opinion of not reciting the Hai King Kuan Yin Sutra, even those in the Buddhist fields. Please don't listen to them. Why? Because inside the sutra, they are just names of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are the past, present, and future, and billions of Bodhisattvas in there. And it mentioned about the Pure Land on earth, which is the clear, cool mountain, and the same as Mount Wutai in China. So I have been to China, and most importantly is to visit the Mount Wutai. Once I visited Mount Wutai, I am very content, because Mount Wutai was the only Pure Land on earth that was spoken by Sakyamuni Buddha, and it's also called the Clear Cool Mountain. And the spiritual center of Samantabhadra Bodhisattva is the Mount Ermi in Sichuan province in China. I didn't visit that. And also the Mount Putuo in Zhejiang province is the spiritual center of Guan Yin Bodhisattva, which I have never visited. And also the Mount Jiuhua of Anhui province is the spiritual center of Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva, which I have never visited. So these 3 spiritual centers were added by later people. But in the Buddhist Sutra, the only one mentioned was the Clear Cool Mountain, which is the Mount Wutai, the spiritual center of Manjushri Bodhisattva. And over there are billions of bodhisattvas. So I prostrated all the way from the peak to the bottom. So I made prostrations, I paid homage to all the temples. Master Lianning and Simu and Master Chan's, 2 of them. So I paid homage all the way from the peak to the bottom, and not missing any single temple.
我在拜的当中啊，其中就有一个和尚跟着我一起拜。
And during this time, there was a monk following me and making the prostrations together with me on my side. And I have written it in my book. I've written about it in my book.
他虽然不是等我500年，
Although he wasn't waiting for me for 500 years, but he said,
这么多年来，
it's been so many years, and all I have been waiting for is you. Is someone like you. When I heard that, I found he's extraordinary. He's not just an ordinary monk.
拿着人民币，
I took some renminbi and give him $100.
要钱吧，
And I thought maybe he was following me for money. I give him 100 renminbi and he didn't accept it. So I thought maybe it's too little.
大家出一点钱，
So I told everyone, why don't you take some?
人民币，
And they all give some renminbi to me, a stack of them, I don't know how much, and I offered it to him, and he's also said, rejected it.
他也不收我的人民币，
So he didn't want to accept my renminbi,
100块人民币他也不收，
not the 100,
1万的人民币，
or maybe 10,000 renminbi, he also didn't accept it.
后来我们
And later on, we were just making some sign languages,
然后我就问其他的人，
and I
出
asked
家众，你们
the other monks,
有一个和尚吗？
have you seen a monk as I described? And nobody never seen or knew of
后来自己
such
回来以后
monk.
神算了一下，
And after I came back, I consulted spiritually, and I was told that that was a transformation of Manjushri Bodhisattva. He was the transformation of
进了中
Manjushri
国大陆
Bodhisattva.
这样一趟，这样就
So that trip to China was really
到
worthy.
了释迦牟尼佛
That I visited Mount Uthai, the
最伟大的天人山，
the greatest clear cool mountain as spoken by Sakyamuni Buddha. And it's mentioned in the Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra that this is the billions of bodhisattvas of the clear cool treasure mountain.
高王观世音经里面，
In the Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra,
所有的佛菩
it includes all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, many of them.
你看一看就知道了。
So
1500佛，
check on it.
15000佛，
So the 500 Buddhas
15000佛，
and the tens of thousands Buddhas,
还有呢，这个500华圣
the
佛，
1500 Buddhas, 15,000 Buddhas,
100亿耶！我们人类有没有100亿呀？
and the 10 billion Vajra treasury
没
Buddhas,
有100亿耶！
500 flower victory
既然
Buddhas.
高王观世音经里面有100亿金刚藏佛哎，
So they're not even,
你看有多少？
and
无量
in the
诸佛
Hiking Concert there's the 10 billion Vajra treasuries Buddhas.
500花圣佛，100亿金刚藏佛，无量诸佛，有多少佛菩萨在里面？
So the future 1,000 Buddhas, 1,500 Buddhas, 15,000 Buddhas, the 500 Buddhas, and the countless
我念高王观
Buddhas.
世音菩萨，每天念，我告诉你，
All the
我
countless
没有一
Buddhas.
天中断。
You know, I recite the Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra every single day, never missing a day.
因为我相信啊，能灭生死苦，
Because I believe
消除
that
诸毒害。
it can
我相信这几个字。
eliminate
生死苦，消除诸毒害。
the suffering of life and death, and to eradicate all harms and poisons. So anyone trying to harm me can be eradicated. And it can also annihilate the suffering of life and death. That's incredible, that it can eradicate the suffering of birth and death. And then you would reach the realm of no birth and no death, and then that is fruition. I asked many people to recite the Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra because I highly venerate Hiking Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. She's the Kuan Yin that I most venerate. So that's why I also highly venerate the Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra. And this is all real. At the Jade Emperor Temple, the Golden Mother opened my divine eye. And the abbot there is called the Reference Hui, a monk. But actually at the Jade Emperor Temple, there was no ordained monk. But this monk said, because he esteemed heaven and earth, so that's why he served at the Jade Emperor Temple. So there are many other Buddhist monks that discouraged him to serve at the Taoist temple, but he did. And Golden Mother opened my divine eye, and this Venerable Si Huiling gave me this Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra, the first sutra that I encountered. And from then on, I started to recite the Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra because I believe those 10 Chinese words, that it can eradicate the suffering of birth and death and can free you from all kinds of harms and poisons. At the Jade Emperor Temple, I was brought to the heavenly realm, and I met Padma Kumara. I did not know what Padma Kumara is all about. But she pointed to a very bright, brilliant light. And she said that this is Padma Kumara, the white Mahapadma Kumara. I couldn't see his face. It's pure white, bright light, shining, sparkling. And then he appeared, and Golden Mother told me, this is the lotus youth, Padma Kumara, your past life, and you are an emanation of Padma Kumara. Because I personally heard it myself and personally saw it until I saw the Mahatwin lotus ponds. And then later on, I discovered that during Dynasty there had been children songs and rhymes about Padma Kumara. The Padma Kumara met the Golden Sage. That the showers of flowers left and right, and the marvelous sounds heard beyond the clouds, and the bliss is way above all the heavens. And Padma Kumara was emanated by Amitabha Buddha, and he's at the Mahatwin lotus ponds that's pure and innocent, and also billions emanations of it. So then I knew that Padma Kumara was real. They really exist. And this term 莲花童子, lotus youth, came from China. It was the term that had been used at the Donghuang Grottos in China and not in Taiwan. 莲花童子 In many of Donghuang's grottos, there are many Padmakumaras, lotus youth and lotus youth Buddhas and lotus Buddhas. And the mudra that they're holding is the same as what the Buddha taught me. The same, the lotus holding mudra and the Dharma teaching mudra. They are forming the same mudras. Dharma sister Rebecca Shiachi brought Taijin to go to the Museum of Science in Taichung to see the exhibition of the Donghuang Grottos, and she saw many Padmakumaras. And Taijin pointed to a Buddha, and that's Padmakumara. So, and that Padmakumara formed the lotus holding mudra and the Dharma teaching mudra. So that's Padmakumara. So Padmakumara is also a Buddha. So please don't undermine yourself. Of course, the worship of Padmakumara started with me. And prior to my mentioning of Padmakumara, no one else did. But after I started to mention Padmakumara, the people start to talk about it, or him. So think about it. And today, there is someone who claimed that she's also Padmakumara, and yet she had a different Pure Land. So how could she be a Padmakumara then? Because all Padmakumaras have the same Pure Land, which is the Mahatwin Lotus Ponds. All that has all Padmakumaras of all colors. How could there be a Padmakumara who jumped out of it, who left the Pure Land? I almost sell the Buddha school, who abdicated. What fell? The banner. Of course, because I said the right thing, so it fell. I heard through the grapevine that Lien En. How do you say that, Lien En? Reverend Lien En was with us here, and she told me that X had a secret letter from Grandmaster, that I wrote the secret letter to X. So Reverend Lien En asked X, so what's written on the secret letter? And X told her that in the letter it's written that in the future the successorship and lineage transmission would be given to X. And then N said, well, show me the secret letter. And X replied, because it is secret, so I cannot show it to anyone. And X also told Reverend Yan Yan from Calgary, the one who sing English songs beautifully, that Grandmaster has appointed her to become the successor of True Buddha School. And then later on, I announced that Master Lien Ning is the successor of True Buddha School. So she was really upset and told Reverend Lien Yin, there's karma in here. There's cause and effect, because in the past life, Simu was a queen. Simu in the past was a queen, and she had a child called Lien Ning. Lien Ning. This is what X said, not me, and not Buddhists and Bodhisattvas. X said this, that Simu was a queen before, but Master Lien Ning's mom is here. Simu was a queen and had a child called Lien Ning. And Simu always controlled Grandmaster, and Grandmaster is just a figurine. So Grandmaster was just a puppet, and Simu ordered me to have Lien Ning as a successor. So she is no longer successor. Because they are mother and son, so Simu is very nice to Lien Ning and asked me to appoint Lien Ning as the successor. So that's why I did not ask X to be the successor. Well, Simu never recommended Lien Ning to be the successor. But I wanted him to be the successor myself. Why? Because Master Lien Yin is the abbot of the Rainbow Temple already. And Master De Hui is already the abbot of Seattle Temple. And Master Lien Ning is idle and has nothing to do. So he's always following me around. And he's been by my side the longest, for a long time. Ever since he became a master, he's always following me around. So when I give spiritual consultation, he's helping by my side and hurt a lot. So I thought, the one that can truly serve me is just Master Lien Ning. There are many good masters far away that have done a lot of work, but the one that's always following on my side is Lien Ning. Most other masters are traveling around the globe, trotting the globe. They are all good masters, but he's the one that served his guru the longest. So for this particular reason, I appointed Master Lien Ning to be the successor. It's totally unrelated to the son of the queen. So the queen having the son. So Master Lian-Ning, is it really the son of Simu? And they said no. And his mom is right here in this life. So isn't this a joke? Very funny, right? How can I let you? How can I have you in charge of the whole True Buddha school? And 10 years ago, you already made the statement that Grandmaster will die at 73. How could you do that? Is that polite? Is that ethical? That you've talked about it for 8 years, that at 73 I will die. You've talked about it for 8 years, and I didn't know. I asked Chun Hui, why didn't you tell me earlier? And she said, because this is not a good thing. Why do I want to tell you? But this inauspicious thing indeed came from her mouth 10 years ago. My sister, Lu Ni-Ying, when we were little, we called her Do-Re-Mi. She's selling some Buddhist stuff. My youngest sister. And she always sell things at Buddhist ceremonies of True Buddha School. And one time, it was conducted by the X chapter. And then there was a referent that went to her, like, why are you setting up a stall here? And she said, why not? Right? Because I've made my payment, and this is True Buddha School ceremonies. And then the referent told her, do you know this is X ceremony? We are about to be independent. And this was 10 years ago. Long ago, we wanted to become independent. This is X ceremony. So they have been planning to separate themselves, to become independent even 10 years ago. So how could she be a Padma Kumara? Okay, let's not talk more about it. Hai King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva is compassionate and can let us transcend the suffering of birth and death and eliminate all harms and poisons. So please let us pass this the biggest obstruction, and we pray to Hai King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva to protect us. So now let me talk a little about Lamdre. What is the 3 divisions of the appearances? They are the impure, sense, and pure. So that's progressive here, progression. That's the 3 divisions of appearances. When we were just born, we are impure. We are born with karma from the past lives. That's impure. And then later on, you start to have some sensations, some perceptions and feelings that there are all kinds of sufferings in the world. That in this human world, no matter what, there's sufferings. The dad asks the son, Who do you like most in this house?
咱们
Dad.
家谁最疼你呀、
And the dad asked the son, in our family, who loves you most?
你
Dad.
跟我们家
And then dad asked again,
的人谁最好啊？儿子回答
who are you closest with? And the son
你
replied,
怎么
Dad.
总是说我好？
Why are you always saying nice things about me?
你打我，
And the son replied, because I don't want you to beat me.
我小时候就是给爸爸
When I was little, I was
暴力家庭，
beaten by my dad.
从小
I grew up in an abusive family.
高中
I was beaten by my dad from small
逃
until
出来
high school.
自由，
And when I started college,
像一只
finally I left and I finally gained my freedom, like a little bird that can fly on its own,
我爸爸为什么不承认我？
can fly freely.
为什么会打我？
Why did my dad beat me? Why did my dad not recognize me?
他生的，
Just one reason, because he thought
因为我7
that
月出生，
I was not his son,
我7满
because
未
I
满
was
7
born
月出生，我是
at 7-month
7
pregnancy,
个月出生的。
so I was born prematurely.
我爸爸生我的
Prematurely.
时候很高兴啊，哇！
When I was born, my dad was very happy. Oh, I have a son, and he told everybody.
就跟他讲，
And then there was a relative
瓦达，
that told him,
我还记得他的名字，
his name is
瓦达
Walam,
就跟他讲，
told him, I still remember his name. See, how many months have you married? 7 months.
有小孩吗？
And how can you have a
这个小孩
child
不是你生的。
after 7 months? So this child is not
我的
yours.
亲戚跟他这样子讲，那时候还
My relative told him that. At that time, there was no DNA tests and those stuff.
我爸爸从此认为
And from then on, he was in the opinion that I wasn't his son. So from then, I was always beaten by
是
him.
你的生日，你回家告诉父母。
My teacher told me, it's your birthday today. Go home
今天是我
and tell your parents. So I was very happy, and I got home and told them, it's my birthday today. And my dad instead said, well, I was going to beat you today, but instead I will beat you tomorrow. That's how I grew
到
up.
最后皈依我。
But at the end, my dad took refuge in me. So life is full of suffering.
以后啊，
So after suffering from this beating, I made the vow.
我从此以后，我的小孩
From
子我通通都不打。
I will never beat my children.
所以佛亲佛齐太幸福。
So for Qi and for Qi, very fortunate. I never beat them because life is
我的人
suffering.
生是很苦，
My
很
life
多的苦。
is full of suffering. I have suffered a lot.
我高中毕业以后，要读
After
大学
graduating from high school,
我父亲跟我
getting
讲
into college, my dad
你
told
大学
me
不用去考。
there's no need to take
我说为什么？去
exams
做工赚钱，
for the college. Why?
高中毕业。
You should just earn money after high
那
school.
我考上了，
Just make a
你
living.
不能去考。
See, but I
考
passed
上
the
了没有
test.
钱给你读
No need, because we have no money for your schooling.
我就没考大学啊。
So I
我
didn't.
才是季节联考的
I
教授。
didn't apply for universities. So I was the one who
到最后，
reject
我爸爸跟我讲，
their
你只有2个
invitations.
选择
And finally, my dad told me
去
two
读师
choices.
范大学
You go to the teacher's school, it's free,
你去读军校，
or you go to the military school, it's also free.
师范大学，我去考了师范大学。
So I applied for the college, teacher's college.
40个人，
And out of 2,000 applicants, they only admit 40 people, 40 students. So I didn't
考
pass.
军校，
And then I applied for the military school, and
把
I
军
got
校的
admitted.
证书啊留下来，那个考上的那个
So those who passed
收到录取通知不给我，
the enrollment test and the acceptance letter was secretly kept by my dad, and he didn't tell me. And my mom secretly told me, you actually was accepted into the military school, so you can go there. But my dad told me that no, you can't, because there's no use, no future. You don't earn much money.
算盘打一打，多少钱都可以知道的。
You would know how much you will earn.
你去给我做工，
There's no need, just go find
我就
work.
耍流氓，
So
能耍流氓。
at that time I I rebelled and showed my, like I wanted to be a hoodlum, and acted very fiercely, very carelessly.
才比他高一点， 爸爸身材也不高。
I graduated from high school, so I was a little bit taller than my dad. So he's not tall, I'm not tall either.
他如果打我的话，我当然还是会忍受的。
If he had beaten me,
说不定他
I would accept it. But all of a sudden he was scared of beating me because he thought maybe he would lose over me. Because I trained myself in the gymnastics, the single bar, double bar, and some athletes exercises and weightlifting.
这小子要去当流氓，
So my dad told me, oh, you wanted to become a
叫什么嘛？
hoodlum?
劫啊，这劫
In Chinese it's called tekia,
台湾话叫这劫啊，流氓。
like a gangster, you know, a gangster.
广东话
Or
叫
in Cantonese it's called tu ho zai.
好，那让你去读军校吧。
And he said, well, rather than you becoming a gangster, you can go to the military school. The happiness came too suddenly. So I went to study at the military school. And I became a military man for 14 years. 4 years in school and 10 years of service.
服务10年，我是测量官。
And I earned my bachelor's degree. I was the survey engineer, and I left the military as
人也是很苦的，
a lieutenant mayor
我受了很多的苦，
or lieutenant colonel.
所以呀，
Major.
现
So I suffered a lot,
的时候
even in the military.
都是亲近的。
So the 3 divisions of appearances, impure is the first one. So at first we are impure. And when I
要学道，
got to know Golden Mother, I knew that I had to cultivate spiritually, to learn the Taoism, to study Buddhism, because I had the vision of Padma Kumara and Mahat Twin Lotus Ponds. And by this start of affinity, I started my Taoist and Buddhist
那
studies.
么接受见分，
And then
你自从开了天眼
the
天
sense
眼以后，我自己很好，
appearance of the 3 divisions of the appearances. After my divine eye was open, I started to be very serious in my spiritual cultivation, and I started to have some senses.
这个气就
First is the senses from the qi, that when you extend your hands, the qi can go to the fingers, it can go to the ears, and then you can hear
微妙的天音，
the marvelous celestial sounds.
气到了丹田，
And when qi reaches the 丹田,
气到丹
it
田，
warms, it feels
气到
warm.
手指头，
And qi reaches the fingers,
它就能够算，
then you can consult. You can calculate.
它就能够算，
Then
气
you
到了眼
can
睛，你
predict.
就能够看。
When qi reaches the eyes, then you can see. So I started to have all this spiritual sensations, and I have the feeling of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas entering into me. So this is the sense appearance. It relies on the chi channels and light drops. And then you reach the pure appearances. Eventually you would become pure. And what is pure? When your spiritual cultivation reaches the realm of purity, all your karma is eradicated. When your karma is eradicated, you become pure and you can attain Buddhahood. A lady told the doctor, "See how I'm beaten by my husband. I don't want to live anymore." And the doctor said, "Don't worry, it's just external wounds. How about your husband? He doesn't accompany you here?" And the wife said, "Yeah, he's here too. He's on the... he's carried in." So in the fight, the wife won because the husband was carried in on the bed for emergency, and the wife is only suffering from light or external wounds. So see how marriage is suffering or not. Do you think marriage is suffering or not? I mean, how can there be no sufferings in a marriage? You have to be patient with each other in order to grow old together. It's impossible to get along. If you can get along, then you're sages, you're fairies. How can you get along? You're always really upset or mad inside. That when she nags, you just run away. Every time I hear Simu talks, I keep quiet and endure it. When she continues, I would stand up. And if she continues again, I'll just walk away. That's my way. But actually, Simu is already open heart. She's already very tolerant. She's very kind and gentle, and takes very good care of me. She's an incredible Simu. Because if you don't say this, then it would not do. So, suffering, lots of suffering in a marriage. Simu is never scared of me. The stronger I become, the stronger she gets. So I should just let her win, because I know her character. So I'm the one that's kind and gentle, like a little lamb. But frankly speaking, Simu is really capable. And she's capable to do everything. She's really excellent. The difference between a man and a woman. If a wife turns off her cell phone, and when she turned on the cell phone and she found 20 missed phone calls from the husband, she feels really happy. But if it happens to the husband, he would feel that, oh no, he's dead, right?
小明说：“爸爸，
Xiaoming said,
如果
Dad,
到全班第一名，你会
if
怎么样？
I'm first in class, what would you do?
我一定会高兴死。
And Dad said, I would be really
回
happy.
答：爸爸
And
你
Xiaoming
放心，
said,
我不会
don't
让你那
worry,
么早死。
I will not let you die so soon. Because his dad said, I'm happy to
一个
death.
家庭，大人、小孩、夫妻，
So in a
都有那么
family,
多的苦。
a couple with children, they already have so much
人生
sufferings.
是苦吗？人生是苦。
So how can a human life not full of
我
suffering?
们没有修行以前，
Before spiritual cultivation, we are all
累
impure.
世的业就是不幸。
From karma from past lives, they're all
终于
impure.
觉悟到必须要修行了。
And then you realize, you have realizations and you want to cultivate spiritually. And due to that, you finally reach purity. That's all for today. Om Mani Padme Hum. We are truly grateful to His Holiness' precious Dharma teachings. And in a moment there would be the empowerments for the High King Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. And during the empowerment, please remember to visualize the deity, to form the mudra, and to recite the mantra. This ends the English interpretation today. Thank you very much. Please remember to return your receivers.
恭请圣尊为与会大众做高往观世音菩萨法灌顶，含有皈依结缘灌顶。 接受灌顶的同门，请你们赶快过来接受灌顶。还没有接受灌顶的义工同们，请你们赶快过来接受灌顶。灌顶即将要结束了。让我们以热烈的掌声感谢圣尊慈悲赐寿高王观世音菩萨灌顶。做观想大礼拜，一拜根本传承上师及十方三世一切诸佛。嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心散印。二拜诸菩萨。嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心散印。三拜诸护法金刚。嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心散印。四平等一起手。护摩法会圆满即将结束了，非常感谢根本传承上师的大加持，感谢师母、诸位上师、教授师、法师、讲师、助教与大家的护持，以及网络直播现场观看的观众，谢谢大家，阿弥陀佛。网络直播到此结束，非常感